Hello everybody, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
And today we've got Battle Report 155.
155.
And this one is from Buckeye Battles.
Oh, you with the fancy twirly
Look at
thing.
that, even more. Game 1.
Even more, wow.
Hidden deployment and frontline clash.
Did you go to a PowerPoint training class recently?
No, I was just playing around. It's like, how can I fit this in there? Anyway. I had a little free time with my hand. I took Monday off after the tournament. So I had some free time sitting around doing this.
Oh, so you rushed back so you could take a day off?
I did. I rushed back so I could take a day off. No, some of the guys in the car needed to go to work today. Yes, or the day after the tournament. The day I took off, that wasn't
because today is not Monday.
Because I had to go to work today. Yeah, it's,
maybe I don't know. It's not Monday anywhere actually.
There's a time difference coming back.
Is that that whole hour? I'm sure it ruins everything.
It's not even an hour actually. Yes, we didn't.
Oh, you didn't cross. Yeah, you didn't go to Mississippi. Okay.
Anyway,
so
but
Orcs and Goblins versus Matt Damon's Legions.
Correct, and this is hidden deployment. They had these cardboard things they drop across as a traditional for the Buckeye Battles first game.
Okay.
But the normal rules were frontline clash, hold the center.
Okay.
So, moving on, we've got stuff. Eventually, there we go. We have an Orc and Goblin list. My list. It's a list I've been practicing with.
Let's go ahead and read through it since it's the beginning of the tournament.
It is the first one.
Yeah.
Feral Orc Warlord for the general. He's on a boar with paired weapons.
It'll also give me a chance to look for typos.
Light armor. Thank you. Light armor. The Shady Shankin. Special equipment. Essence of Mithril with a 2-up armor, and Potion of Swiftness and a Troll Flask. So basically, he's a real fighty character. I like him a lot. With 5 strength, 6 attacks on the first round. If he loses Born to Fight, it drops down to 5.
Right.
But 5 those attacks. The Shady Shank, he's usually better weapon skill than most people. The Shady Shankin gives him lightning reflexes, so a lot of times he's hitting on 2s.
Right.
Essence of Mithril gives him and the Shady Shankin also gives him lethal strike.
Yeah.
And which I remembered actually a few times in this tournament.
Oh, that's always helpful.
And in a duel, he gets to reroll his to wounds.
Right.
So he hits good, rerolls to wounds. He's hard to wound because he's got a 2-up armor. He's toughness 5. Potion of Swiftness in case he needs to go before someone.
That's not too fast.
And the Troll Flask
for an extra attack.
For an extra strength 5 auto hit every round of his initiative.
Yeah.
Which is really fun with AP 10.
AP 10 on top of it, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he's really a fighty character.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's not a demon prince or anything, but he's a fighty character. Next we have the Feral Orc Chief with BSB, Boar, Shield, paired weapons, Hero's Heart, and the Basalt Infusion.
Okay. Giving
him a 3-up armor if he's being shot at, drops to 4-up in combat, I think. Anyway, next we have the Feral Orc Chief on a boar with a shield, paired weapons, Touch of Greatness. So this is another guy, once again, it's a chief it's a plain orc chief, fairly low cost, that can put out 4 strength 6 attacks on the charge, plus the boar for another strength 5.
Right.
So another guy that can charge around and hit things really hard.
Mm-hmm.
The two cave goblin chiefs, full lance, light armor, shield on the cave Nasher.
Yep.
Fantastic piece.
And they're a discount unit in the army.
They are one of the units that is a little undercosted.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, they have to give me some random things undercosted because everything else is so good.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The common goblin witch doctor, who's master of witchcraft, light armor, wolf, magical heirloom, and the alchemist alloy. So he does have a 4-up armor when I get him separated, and
which is often,
or more often than not now I stick him in a unit to hide him temporarily, and then that unit needs to charge next round, so he's dragged along with them. That's a bad habit I need to really work hard at breaking. Anyway, 2 units of common orc boar riders, mainly for scoring. They have musicians, light lances, light armor, and shield. This is a toughness 4, 3-up armor, scoring unit for 180 points. I love these. I think that's great. 30 Feral Orc Ed Bashers, Champion Musician Standard, Paired Weapons, and the Green Tide Banner. Of course, that's a monster unit that'll should crush most things. Most things.
Depends what the thing is.
2 units of Common Goblin Raiders with light armor, light lance, bow, and shield. 10 Common Ed Basher Boar Boys. Full command, shields, lance, banner, speed. Toughness 4, 2-up armor, movement 8 because of the banner. Strength 4, weapon skill 4, bounces to 5 on the first round, or if they keep more in the fight. Nice. I like this unit a lot.
Yeah, it's a cavalry unit. It's not bad.
And hits his strength 7.
Yeah.
Banner of Speed's really nice because it bumps you to 8. The War Cry will bump you to 9. And then any of those evil eyes you manage to throw on it from Witchcraft make it even better. Gargantula and 2 Wrecking Teams rounds out the army. I was running a Gargantula and a Giant, but I found the 2 Wrecking Teams more useful than 1 Giant.
Yeah, they just scare people more.
They do, and they attract a really lot of shooting.
Yep. And they're harder to hit.
And they are harder to hit. Probably, I guess, easier to wound if you do hit them.
Yeah, if you hit them. Yeah, you gotta hit them.
Moving on, we have the Daemon Legions, who has a Demon Prince of Lust, who's a master of divination, fly, lash of lust, which is the 2d6 strength 6.
Yeah.
And he's got the iron hide for good armor. He's also have another Demon Prince of Lust, who has fly, lash of lust, and the shackles of reality, which gives him the 4-up ward instead of 5.
Right.
So one is a 2-up. The guy up top, I think, is a 2-up, 4-up. I think the guy on the bottom is a 4-up, 2-up. 4-up, 4-up. 4-up armor, 4-up.
2-up, 5-up, 4-up.
2-up, 5-up for the top guy.
Right.
And a 4-up, 4-up for the second guy. So they're both fairly well protected. Really well for the top guy, I guess. 10 Horrors with a champion. So he's an adept.
And only magic on the first one.
Yes, only magic on the first Demon Prince. But he supplements that by taking the whatever the conclave is called now, if it's not still a conclave.
Yeah.
On the 10 Horrors.
Right.
Add then 12 Slaughters with a champion, another 11 Slaughters with a champion, 11 more, 2 units of Furies, a Blazing Chariot, and a Blood Chariot.
Okay, so we got a mixed list.
It's a mixed list, and he's counting, and I'm leaving off. Look at that. Here's the first mistake. I left off his 2 pair of the Clawed Fiends. What are they? The really fast guys from Lust.
The monstrous guys.
The monstrous.
I don't remember what they're called now.
Yep. Anyway, forgot all about them. Moving on. Here's my spell list. And I'll give you a clue. This did not change the entire tournament.
Did they just fall out of your pack?
Actually, I had forgot to do it, and if you'll notice, this is from one of my games, because that's my mat, my tower over there on the right.
Okay.
Yeah, I stuck with this. The wheel turns with toughness 4 guys is not that great, since you can't use it on characters.
Yep.
And the other one, the new Bewitching Glare, I think is just way overcosted for what it is.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, on 11 to make a guy re-roll his 6s to hit and to wound, when Twisted Effigy on a 6 means he can't shoot at all.
Right.
And at 12 inches further.
Yeah.
Anyway, not sure what they were thinking about that. Anyway. I mean, the combat part of it's nice because it makes you re-roll your lethal strike, your poison, and your battle focus. But anyway, the shooting part of it is almost worthless for the points. Anyway, moving on. So there we have it.
So this is board 1, game 1.
Game 1, table 32.
So we've got that big those slabs in the middle. I assume that's just open terrain.
Open terrain, and that's the hold the center marker in the board.
So we have a field, 2 hills, and 2 woods.
2 hills, 2 woods. That is correct.
Okay, all growing on stone.
Yeah, I got to pick sides, so I chose this side because I like this hill.
Okay.
Because charging downhill is really good.
Did you take it home with you?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not like it that much.
Did you give it a name?
And this was the hidden deployment.
Okay, with the border crossing you mentioned
border
earlier.
cross, so we didn't really know where each other were deploying. So you can see he kind of did a general deployment. I kind of moved off to the left because I wanted to hold this hill.
Okay, I'm trying to make out. You have more pictures later for his setup, or is this the setup picture?
I think I've got each side of his
Okay.
army.
All right.
A little blurry on that one on the top right.
I would say so.
So the blazing chariot on the far right and the blood chariot on the hill.
Okay.
You know what? I left this off too. Holy crap! I did a terrible job with his list. So this is a unit of 12 slaughterers over on the far right. 4 of the crusher cav,
Oh, okay.
which are not there
All right.
on the list.
Furies.
A unit of gargoyles.
Gargoyle, sorry.
There's his big demon prince. This is the caster.
Okay.
Horrors behind him.
Uh-huh.
More slaughterers to the left.
Yeah.
More slaughterers to the left. And a unit of another unit of gargoyles. Furies.
Furies.
The 2 clawed fiends. And the other demon prince.
Okay.
Is how he deployed. So my idea is I'm going to go take care of those with wolf riders.
There you go. Sounds like a plan.
So off on the right you can see my wolf riders did come forward.
Uh-huh. And on the left.
And on the left they came forward a bit, but not too far, because
Yeah.
I didn't want to get charged off immediately.
Right.
Figure we'll wait for that. We came forward with, he actually went, sorry, this is Vanguard, because he's going to go first. He went first in this
Okay.
game.
I thought you were just talking about your Vanguard, sorry.
So that was Vanguard.
Yeah.
Yeah. The scenario was, if you pick the side, whoever does not get to pick the side gets +1 to go first,
Oh, okay.
to kind of make up for that,
Right.
to kind of offset the balance of picking sides. So he's going to go first, and did he move on this one? No, he has not moved. Right. So he's going to go first, and the first thing he's going to do is magic off my wrecking team. And when it died, it panicked the boar riders.
It's not insignificant?
It is not insignificant.
Oh, that's insignificant. Okay.
The other one, the little ones are.
Yeah. The big one's not. Okay.
And he starts, hit me with one of his divination spells, damaging spells. Kills off a few guys there. And you can see he came forward just a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He was not anxious. Off to the right, he killed three of the wolf riders, but was not able to panic them.
Mm-hmm.
They were much sturdier stuff than the orcs.
Yeah.
So we go to my turn. Remaining wrecking team comes forward. Spider moves up behind it. I moved up my boar boys to the front of this hill. So that way, that gives me the really good charge art range and, re-roll because of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Left-hand side, you can see there's unit of 5 boar boys have been joined by the hero to make it 6 over there.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 Nasher heroes have come up.
Okay.
And the feral, ferals, why am I drawing a complete blank?
Savage.
They're ferals.
Ferals,
Right?
yeah,
Ferals.
That was the
The
old
ferals have moved up within 6 of the marker.
Mhm.
So on turn 2, he's got to come within 6 to challenge me on that.
Right.
And that unit, anything that can hold that token, this unit, I think this unit can destroy any of his units
Yeah.
that come up there.
His units are all small, so yeah.
Of course, the Demon Prince itself is completely different.
Yeah.
And because of that,
But he's not scoring.
I had exposed the flank of that unit
Uh-huh.
to the Crusher Cav, which I knew I was going to do at the time.
So you sent
So I
your
just sent the 2 remaining Wolf Riders up to chaff them. So got that, and of course, if you didn't notice, down here the Boar Riders in the back corner did rally,
Mm-hmm.
and turned back into the
Right.
thing. So also I got a Deceptive Glamour off on this guy with no big deal, and the Demon Prince. I was just casting to give myself the +1 movement. A lot of times I'll find myself casting that Deceptive Glamour on 1 die, just hoping for a 4,
Right.
and just to give myself a +1 movement
Yeah,
someplace.
yeah.
So we move on to turn 2. Oh, and look at that. Forgot to mention,
Yeah, what was that?
They gave out 6 Veil tokens for every player on these poker chips.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of nice. 3 gray ones, 3 red ones.
Oh, okay.
Just a nice giveaway for the
Mm-hmm.
tournament, and a pair of dice, of course.
Oh, okay.
So that's what it looks like on his turn. And if you notice, the Wolf Riders also have swarmed all the way up on the far left.
Yeah.
Just to march black the demon, because I actually thought the demon would be coming as far forward as it can. But he didn't. He just backed up.
Okay, so we're going to lash you.
He's going to lash me, and it's going to be bad. I actually thought he would ignore these.
Yeah.
I thought wrong. On the right-hand side, the Crushers charged the Wolf Riders. And
Oh, and they did have that much room. The turn so far. the way
yeah, he did.
The way you had him placed. Yeah.
And then the big guy you see is moved after them, of course.
As have the Furies.
And the rest of the stuff is moved forward. You can see that the blazing chariot is moved up onto the hill as well.
Okay.
So we can start shooting from there.
Mm-hmm.
Furies have moved forward to chaff. I thought he was going to step on the wrecking team, but he did not. He did have the range with 1 unit and just chose not to.
Yeah.
So that's what he's done.
Like he's trying to out magic you.
And moving on, what do we got? So he starts casting, puts a wound on him with the D3 thing, the divination that does D3.
Mm-hmm.
Kills off another one of these guys. Cannon fires, puts 3 wounds onto my spider.
Yeah.
Not good. And he kills off a couple more with some random shooting.
Scorches off some guys. Okay.
Yep. Over here, he lashed me and killed. I think he only killed 4, but the remaining guy didn't really feel like sticking around. They don't like getting whipped.
Are those his wound markers?
Those are his wound markers, and they're actually kind of neat. As you can see, they have 1, 2, and 3 little blood stains on them, so they can stack easy, which is kind of nice. I kind of liked them. Oh, by the way, did you notice the one guy answered us as far as where he got those wound markers that you liked, the little hearts?
I did not notice that.
Okay. Anyway. So, and this is where he ends up. And we're going into the bottom of 2. And if you notice, there's nobody, of course, nobody stepped up to the center of the board. You know, to challenge me for the token. So the Boar Boys decide they're going to charge.
Okay.
And as you can see, they can run out past the ferals, make a sharp left, and head into the gargoyles.
Come around, all right.
Keep calling gargoyles, Furies.
Furies, yeah.
I elected not to send the whole unit into this unit of Furies. I'd rather stay where I am on the hill.
Yeah, you want to get your charge off.
So I keep the re-roll for later, and this guy should be able to deal with them on his own. He makes it.
I can't tell. Is that a corner to corner?
No, it is not. I'm trying for every inch I can get away from that demon hiding back there just above the top of the screen.
It's like a corner to corner to me. I'm just saying.
And I know things are going to be going on in the center, so you can see my Boar Boy has left the unit and headed out that way and faced in.
And where's your mage now?
Mage has ran for it. Where did he go? He'll show up in the next picture, I think. The wrecking team has just moved forward.
Yeah. So they made it.
And there's the mage. He showed up with the ferals.
He joined the ferals, okay.
Because I wanted to get within 18 of the Crusher Cav and the big guy.
Okay.
So, likes that. The Boar Boys made it as well. They're only on that corner because that's as far with the wheel.
With the wheel as far as they can get over. Okay.
And there you go. There's a better picture of the overall situation. Boar Boys don't fare very well. I killed 3, but he killed 2 of me back and stuck around.
Yeah, that's not so good.
That's kind of my thought as well.
Yeah,
I have to agree with you on that. I was not real thrilled with that.
Does 5-ups come to the rescue?
Must have. I don't. Like I said, I was having a real fun time with this game, and we were joking and kidding around the whole time.
Okay.
So making fun of each other mostly. Down on the other side, though, those Furies didn't last anywhere near as long to this guy.
Yeah.
The Nasher hero crushed them all, and elected not to overrun, stick back where he is.
Turn to face.
Yeah, I've got to be careful. I'm trying to be careful not to give him anything to hit and overrun from.
Right.
Of course, I've managed to do that with the Boar Boys now.
Yeah.
Because they did not get through 5 Furies.
Yep.
Which is troublesome to me. The Boar Boys you can see they've repositioned a little bit, but they're still a majority on the hill to keep the charge bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. So his turn. A lot of arrows. So the Blood Chariot on the hill, which is a good thing for me, has decided not to stand there and shoot my spider any longer.
Yeah.
He's going to charge the Boar Boys, and then of course overrun into there.
Right.
The Crusher Cav are coming. Well,
Yep.
the big demons coming over here into the spider, and the Crusher Cav are coming into the ferals.
And the tape measure's just here, so we have lots of things pointing in one direction.
And the tape measure, yeah, just happened to take the tape measure at the time. I mean, picture at the time he had his tape measure out. Yeah, that's one thing. I don't know. You'll see a lot of my pictures where there's somebody reaching for something.
Yeah.
I don't want to slow a game down by asking an opponent to hold off while I take pictures. I just
Depends what they're reaching for.
that's a good point.
Hey.
As you can see, hey, hands off. So in the picture you can see the Crusher Knights have failed their charge distance and just moved forward.
Okay.
The Blood Chariot and the Demon Prince both made their charges.
Okay, well, the one's not terrible.
Which one? Which one?
The chariot.
Which part of this is not terrible?
The chariot going in by itself.
The chariot crushing the Cav and overrunning into this unit is not terrible in itself, except
he may not make it.
For the problem I mentioned earlier, my mage is in that unit.
Yeah.
So
still has to make it. Maybe get lucky.
Yeah, he's like 8 away.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's where we have it. Going right. That's the other side. You can see his Demon Prince has not come up. But he has come up within 18 inches of my Nasher, I believe. My Nasher hero.
Okay. I guess that's keeping him at bay.
What's that?
The Nasher is keeping him at bay. The wrecking team's keeping him at bay.
The wrecking team is keeping him at bay. Yes, he doesn't want to get too close to the wrecking team.
Right.
He also wants to make sure he doesn't get in, of course, arc of this big boar unit.
Yeah.
He's okay with the other boar unit charging, as he should be.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got that. And there's the other side of this.
Another corner to corner.
Yeah. Of course, it would have been on the opposite corner had the Crushers made it in, because he would have tried to leave room for himself.
Yeah.
And the ferals. So we got that. And moving on. So these guys, the horrors, kill off my
wrecking team.
So now I've lost both wrecking teams.
Out of wrecking teams.
And the Lash Boy who came up lashed my...
Oh, he was close enough to lash.
He was within 18, so he lashed him.
Yeah.
Smashed him.
Yeah.
Boar Boys somehow died. Mm-hmm. Chariot just temporarily disappears and then reappears right there. It's kind of a blink maneuver that it has. They don't actually move. They just pop out and pop back.
Attack through the warp. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Inconvenient. The Crushers did not manage to get within 6. Which is an important safety tip for later.
Okay.
So, 6 of the icon, the center of the board.
Right.
So he's done that overrun. This guy came in and put 2 wounds. You can see the 2 wounds on the back. I barely see him on the back of my spider.
Mm-hmm.
And I did 2 wounds to him.
Yeah.
With his 2 up, 5 up.
All right.
And without the big sting hitting him. So I'm sitting at 3 wounds left, and he's got 2 wounds left.
Yeah.
It's not good though. There's a picture of that. So back to my turn. The Feral Orc hero charges in to try to finish up the Furies. I figured he was the safest bet to lose out there in the middle of the field somewhere.
This was the independent one.
The independent guy. Yeah.
Okay.
This is just the little guy.
Yeah.
And because of that, the Boar unit comes up full.
Okay.
Just pushing hard. And there we have that. And then Nasher, of course, hops over the unit and gets in position out here. I would like to have gotten him further, but that's as far as he could get. So, magic phase, and I cast the Raven's Wing, and I bounce my unit through and over here to block, so that these guys have to come in the front of me, stop them from getting the a hit here, and then overrun into one of these two units on the following turn. So I'm going to make him charge me.
So you're sacrificing those guys to hold the objective?
I don't think I'm sacrificing.
Okay.
That's an orc hero. It's an orc lord.
Yeah.
They're pretty potent unit right there. Anyway, so they came up there.
Okay.
And we have that. Moving forward, the Boar Boy clears up the two Furies, charges out in the middle of the field. The Blood Chariot kills, impact hits, kill 4 guys, and he directs all his attacks onto my mage, wipes him out.
Okay.
So I've got no magic for the rest of this game. That's going to be it.
Looks like he caused 1 wound on him.
That's a bonus. I caused 1 wound on him from all my strength 5 attacks.
Yeah.
Which I was thinking is a bit low.
Just a trifle bit.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't want to push it, but... And moving on to turn 2. Oh, and doesn't show it, but he put 2 more wounds on my spider, and I put 1 more wound on him.
Oh, so he's still alive.
So we actually each have 1 wound left.
But he goes first.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem, I think.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that. So we're moving on to turn 4. I have 2. The 2 is the marker for the number of times I've captured the center.
Oh, okay.
I've held the center. So I've got 2 there. Yeah, there you can see the big 4 on the back of my spider and the extra wounds on his guy, the Demon Prince.
Okay.
So looking at this, he declares a charge on the Boar Boy with his Demon Prince from the woods. We flee.
Okay.
Voluntarily? Voluntarily.
Okay.
Because he's got really no one to redirect into,
so
that'll just keep him away from me for another turn.
Just making sure he didn't tear you off.
Yeah, I'm surprised he did that rather than just move up 18 and lash him.
Right.
Or move up 12 and lash him.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm very happy with that. The Clawed Fiends, I think, what did they do? Did they also declare a charge? Maybe they also declared a charge. I'm just wondering why they were there in the woods. Anyway. In my last phase, I got Deceptive Glamour off of him to lower his initiative from 9 to 7 because that made me feel better. Actually, it raised him from needing 2s to hit me to 3s.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was hoping that would help. You can see up there his Crushers has come in, and his Slaughterers from over there on the right have swung around and hit the
Nasher hero. And the other... Oh, okay. They didn't charge any
flank. And the others did not want to charge the hero. They just left him sitting out there. I actually kind of thought he was going to charge me with that chariot on the hill.
I thought he was going to charge into the flank with those what do you call them?
Slaughterers?
Yeah.
No. You know what? Maybe it was the Clawed Fiends that charged up on the hill. Must have been. Because his Demon Prince is coming out. So... he doesn't need to charge me. He just walks forward and shoots me off.
Yeah, yeah.
Which worked out really well. Yeah, there was the Clawed Fiends that charged the Boar Boys on the hill.
No, I meant, or did he charge and he failed?
Who?
I can't remember the stupid name of the damn things. The red guys.
the other red guys. The Slaughterers up here on the left tried to charge into the flank of the Boar Boys.
That's what I was asking. And they failed.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I was asking. All right.
Yes, they tried to charge and failed.
Okay.
So we got that. He's casting some kind of spell on his... he put the attribute on it, so it's got the better break test, the 3 dice.
Yeah.
Minimized roll.
Right.
And...
because they need that. Okay.
The Boar Boy... the Ferals clear off the chariot. On the second round they beat it, not the first, which would have been helpful.
Yeah.
But it is on his turn, so they turn and face the Demon Prince, because I've got my turn coming up. So what I'm hoping is, I think the Nasher's hero is going to die. But if if he does not die, or if they fail this overrun,
We got to charge.
then I've got his demon and I should be able to kill it.
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's a lot of strength 5
Yeah.
focus hits coming in. Anyway, so we turn to face there, and the slaughterers are in my front just in case. Moving on, the slaughterers do manage to kill the Nasher hero. Not a major feat in my opinion, and overrun in the back of me.
Okay.
So I've still got 12 attacks going back at him. So, and he doesn't have no herald in that, so he doesn't have onslaught and he doesn't have the hatred. Anyway, they're good. So the between the general and the BSB, we kill off 2 slaughterers. He does kill 6 boar boys.
2 crushers.
Crushers. He does kill 6 boar boys, which was more than I was expecting, considering the general was going to go first and took off a model. But it's what happens. So, and that sticks where it is. That's where that fight ends. Down here, again, we each have 1 wound left. He rolls, hits me 5 times, I believe, maybe 6. 5 times, and gets 4 1s and a 6.
Yeah.
That close. That close to not killing me, which would have given me 8 attacks back into him and maybe do a wound.
You probably would have finished him off. Yeah.
Maybe. He's still got 2 up, 5 up, which is a 4 up, 5 up for every
Yeah.
wound I cause. But anyway, I was really pulling for that guy there for a minute.
I'm
And
sure.
when he threw the dice, of course, the first thing I see is just 1s. And I'm like, oh my God, do I actually live through this? No. Anyway.
But it was not to be.
So he peels him off and turns back into the face of the board. Boar boys, on my turn, fail to rally.
Okay.
Keep heading towards the edge.
Not helpful.
So he charges me in the back with the slaughterers and kills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of me. That's okay. I've got 12 attacks back and hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Yep, that's my roll. Hit twice.
Okay.
That doesn't help. So got that going for me. Had I killed 1 more, well, I would have taken. Sorry, I would have to take 2 less and kill. Anyway, whatever. They do not kill him. He overruns.
So you weren't steadfast. You failed, and he ran you
Wasn't
down.
steadfast. I fail. He runs me down, kills me. Not pretty. I don't think I even killed any. That hole was there before
Yeah.
in his unit. Yeah, I think I completely whiffed on him. I caused 2 hits and no wounds at strength 5.
Okay.
Ward saved or whatever. Going on to, but that's the end of. How did that happen? Must have missed pictures at the bottom of the turn because the boar boy fight finished and we finished off the crusher cav, I believe. Yeah. So at the other part of the fight over here, the boar boys on the crusher cav, between the general and BSB, they finished the unit off.
Yeah.
And gave me the 3rd point because I killed off the 1 unit he had in range.
Okay.
So now I've got 3 tokens for having the center of the board, which means I've got the objective.
Right.
Because at best he can get it on turn 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I redeploy, on his turn I beat him. I turn this way to face. And... Or did I beat those on my turn? I must have beat him on my turn or something because I'm not moving from that spot.
Right.
I guess I must have beat him on my turn. The pictures we were trying to push towards,
Yeah. Try to get done.
time starts to push anyway.
Right.
So we get that. And yeah, his 1 wound guy comes. He decides not to charge me and he moved these slaughterers up in front of me.
And he's going to lash the hell out
Both
of
the
you.
demon princes come up to lash and magic the crap out of me. And there you go. The first one smashes me, kills a couple. But between the 2 of them, that's all they got. They just got me down to the 2 characters and the champ.
Oh, okay.
I still have my champion left.
With magic and everything.
With magic and everything. So I got that. Oh, sorry, he did get the champ. I'm lying.
Okay.
I'm lying. And put a wound on my general now. 2
Okay.
wounds, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So the only way out of this I see is to charge the horrors, beat them, overrun them, and hopefully get out of arc of the chariot, maybe get out of the. They can't. These guys, the demons can't march and lash. So maybe get out of at least one of their
Right.
ranges for that. So take my exit and head over here.
And the one will be taking a risk if he goes after you. The one with all the wounds on it.
Not really, because I'm going to be facing away from him the whole time.
It's just two, but you're two characters, so it doesn't really matter.
What do you mean? I can't charge him.
No, I'm saying if you get away, the only one that'll be able to see you is the one demon.
Oh, correct.
And if he
correct,
tries
correct.
to charge you,
he doesn't want to
taking a
charge
risk.
me.
Yeah.
I was worried more about him just chasing
lashing
me
you,
and
yeah.
lashing me,
Yeah,
because I think that's his better bet.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm.
Boys over here continued to
They
flee off the
decided
board,
that they
did
didn't
not
like
rally,
it. Okay, that's not helpful.
which was a good thing for me because the Clawed Fiends, you can see, had moved up to the top of the hill
Yeah.
and were waiting to charge me, and I got my revenge by not letting him charge
There
me.
you go.
Just ran off the hill.
Sounds good.
Ran away. It's my story.
In some twisted world, yes.
So the general BSB charge in, do 5 wounds. He puts the final wound on my general and kills him, which was
he has strength 3.
which is terrible luck because he needs a I think it's a 4 to hit, 6 to wound. I've got a 2-up armor and a 5-up ward, and he gets a wound through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Dead average.
and then to make matters worse, he stands
Ah.
and leaves me pinned right there.
Yeah.
So moving on to turn 6.
Bad things happen.
The demon comes over, and I think he charged. And that was the end.
That was that.
But actually, is that the end of that? Yeah, because we did get through turn 6. Yeah, he came over there, killed the guy, and that's the end of that.
Okay.
So adding up the points, he got all 4,700 from me, plus 400 bonus. I'm sorry, 4,500 plus 400 bonus for 49. I got only 1620 out of him.
Yep.
So it was a 17-3, but I had the objective.
Yep.
So it turned out to be a 14-6. Out of this complete rout, I got 6 points. So...
Yay. I think.
Well, it made for a great story because I went around and got to tell everybody, oh, I got completely tabled. I had no models left on the board. And I was like, oh, so you got a 0? No, got 6.
Yeah.
So, I had that story to tell.
Okay, there's that.
It's a nice story. Anyway. So it started off pretty bad, but 6 points, it's,
More than 0.
more than 0. So, anyway. Thanks for listening, and we'll be putting out the other ones soon.
Till next time.